gentlemen? We are starting with estimating and rounding today. First of all, why do we need to estimate? Have you ever had to estimate something? No idea. Why do we need estimating? Yes?
To estimate the time when we don't know it.
Yes, exactly, to find a value when we don't know it. Yes, for example, yes?
If you're need to put something around a fence, you have to sort of estimate and measure the...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just to get a rough idea of how much you'll be spending on the fencing, you can get an estimate. Yes?
To think of number close, to get number close to, I messed up.
Okay, that's fine. We could try.
the cost or something.
Yeah, cost of something. Sometimes you just get to need to get an idea of. So, for example, I'd say let's organize a donation for a charity. Let's say I'm like, okay, I've got about 25 students. If everyone gives $2, at least I'll get $50. But maybe some of you will donate more. Maybe some of you are away that day and you don't come. But I'll get some kind of an estimate. I won't be thinking, oh, I'm going to get $500. I'm going to get $20. So estimate gives you an idea of what is going to happen. It's not always the correct answer, but it's pretty close to it. Does that make sense? Okay, so to estimate some things, we actually round. So for example, if I get paid, I'm just making up this numbers, $50 an hour, let's say. Let's say I get paid $53 an hour. Okay, I need to roughly calculate how much I'll be getting if I worked, 6 hours. So rather than timesing 53 by 6, isn't it quicker? I say, okay, roughly $50. 50 times 6 is 300. So I'll be getting around $300. Does that make sense? But do you reckon I'll be getting a bit more than 300? Yes, because I lowered it down, didn't I? I was earning 53, but I calculated it based on 50. But I have an idea of how much money I'm going to earn that week, don't I? Does that make sense then, how we use estimation? So with estimation, we put our pens down first and eyes on the board. Thank you. We need to know how to do rounding. So the first question is round to the leading digit. What is the leading digit in a number? Raising hands? Yes. You can answer. What's the leading digit?
4.
Okay, does everyone agree? So the digit that's on the highest place value in that number. So in this case, the leading digit is 4. What place is it on? Units, tens, hundreds. Right? So in other words, we need to make this number rounding it to the nearest 100. So basically, it's 4. So it could either be close to 400 or close to 500. Which number do you think it's closer to? 400 or 500?
500.
500. Why did you decide that? It's correct. But what made you think so?
Because there's less between 62 and 500 and rather than 62 and 400.
Exactly. Because you're rounding it to the nearest 100. What's half of 100? 50. Is it less than 50, the next one? No. So it's closer to the next 100. That makes sense. Yes? So the breakdown of all of that is to not make you think every single time, is it closer to this or closer to that? These are the set of rules that you'll be following so you can do these questions quicker. Does that make sense? Okay, so if you're rounding to the nearest, if you're rounding to the leading digit, you look at the second digit. So what's the leading digit here? 4. What's the digit next to it? So to round it to the nearest 100, I need to look at the next digit. If the next digit is 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, you keep the first digit the same. If the next digit is 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, you make the next digit go up. Okay, that's the rule. So is this more than 5?
Yes.
So I'm rounding it up. So the 4 will become 5. And then I'll replace the next 2 with zeros. That's it. Now, can I put an equal sign here? Is 462 equal to 500? No. So it is an estimate. You can either write an arrow or approximation. That the nearest 100 is 500. But do not ever write an equal sign here. You've just rounded it to the nearest 100. It's not equal to 500. Is that clear? Next one. We are rounding it to the... where did it... ADEF. No one figured that out. Part B. Leading digit is 5. Do I look at the leading digit or the next one? Is the next one 5 or bigger?
Yeah.
So, I'll round up. This 5 will become 6 and the other 2 will be 0. So this is the estimate. You're rounding it up. Eyes on the board, please. Pencils down for the last time. Thank you. Next one. What's the leading digit now? 6. So we're looking at the digit next to it. So in other words, your ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. We're rounding it to the nearest 1,000. So the next digit is 3. So if it's 0, 1, 2 or 3 or 4, this stays the same. So 6 and then replace the others by zeros. 6,000. Does that make sense? Alright, let's do the next one quickly. 2. The next digit is 0. So what will I get? Well done. Brilliant. Happy with that? So that's one way. Round to the leading digit. Now, round to the nearest 10. So first figure out where 10 is. Ones, tens. So this is the digit you are rounding to. So you look at the next one to decide. So the next one is bigger than 5. So what will you get? 5, 6, 0, 2. Up to the tens, you don't change anything. And after that, if it's 7, you replace it by a... Sorry, we need to round up. If it's greater than that, what do? We increase the digit by 1. So 27 is closest to 30. Does that make sense? If the next digit is greater than 5, you increase this by 1 and then follow by zeros. Isn't 27 closer to 30 than 20?
Yeah.
Yes. Next one, nearest 10. So tens is 4. Next one is less than 5. So we keep up to 4 as it is and you replace 2 by 0. Isn't 42 closer to 40 than 50?
Yes.
Makes sense? Round to nearest 1,000. So first we need to identify which digit is on thousands place. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So the next one is 2. Is it less than 5?
Yes.
So we keep it as it is. And what do?
Zeros.
Replace by zeros. This one. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. This is the next one. It's 5. What do? We increase the 3 by 1. What does 3 become? 4. And the others become
Zeros.
6. Does that make sense? So whichever digit you're rounding to, you look at the next one. If it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, it remains the same, followed by 0. If the next one is 5 or bigger, you increase it by 1 and follow by zeros. Copy and then get on with your work.